it's Spence, the evil genius, from Witch of the Laboratory with your lab secrets tip of the day. Okay, gang, as promised, we're going to do a little tutorial series here about search engine optimization. That's SEO. And as we've discussed, the idea in building your online dream business network or niche network is to not only get something of quality content up there that will attract customers, but to be able to actually have the customers find you. And of course, there's other ways to do that, but the number one way is through organic search engine optimization. In other words, let them type into Google or Bing or Yahoo some keyword search or search term and to be able to find you. There's many steps in this process, and again, this will be a multi-part tutorial, but I want to go over the basics here, and I also want to explain some of the techniques that we've used and demonstrated for you to show how this really works. The number one thing I want to demonstrate is that for the Lab Secret Solution customers, there's tools built right in that make it possible for you to optimize your site and your content so that it can be found. The number one way, of course, is by selecting a keyword term or keywords that will be your hallmark, your label, the thing that you're searching for. And we did a tutorial previously about how to use some of the tools from Google's to find a keyword that works for you. But let me refresh your memory. We described for you how we had a mobile entertainment product for kids that we started actually just in the fall, maybe fall of 2009, around November, called Baby Shiz. And I just want to show you how good this works. And although your results may vary, we did the search term of mobile entertainment for kids. We used Google keyword search tools, and we did some backlink checking, and we found that it was a niche that had a lot of content in there, but that it wasn't really any one company owning it. And so it looked to us to be a good target, and this is what we focused all of our SEO on, this particular term, mobile entertainment for kids. And you'll notice it's a pretty big result. It's 81 million pages. You'll notice that we're right now on page number 1, depending on where you go, in several categories. We've got a reference from another site, and then we've also got over here, right over here, number 4, and we've also got our organic main link over here on number 5. But basically, we have 3 of the top 5 spots for 81 million results, which drives a lot of traffic back to our site. And you'll notice this is on Google here in Chicago. We also did a similar thing when we were going for create a social network, which is what we use here at Lab Secrets. And this is something that's very popular because although we're only on page 3, we just started doing this at around March, I believe. We have the video to show it. And this is a term that's used by SocialGo and Elg and Ning and all the other companies inside of this space. And what we wanted to demonstrate for you is that by picking the right keyword, we're able to go ahead and concentrate all of the rest of our efforts through the search terms and the video and the title tags and the rest on where we're going. So step number 1, need to pick the particular term that is large enough for you to get the traffic you need to come to your site, but not so large that you stand no chance of ever getting it. Now, what do we do with that information? Once we've got a keyword term, the number one lesson I want to impose on you on this particular tutorial is that we want to make sure that that keyword is, or keywords, is referenced inside of all of your blog posts in some way. And the number one place where it should be referenced should be either inside of the title of each particular post or within the body of each particular post. Now, this requires a little bit of common sense because people are the ones that are going to be reading your blog posts. And if they read a blog post that just has the same term, sort of like this example, repeated over and over, it'll be ridiculous. They'll know you're just sort of spamming them. But there are creative ways to have the actual text included so that it doesn't bother the readers, but yet it is picked up by Google. Remember, Google is going to be looking at the HTML as well as Bing. So let's see, if we look at the page source here, you'll notice that when we scroll down, the search engine spiders are going to be seeing these terms repeated inside of the HTML itself. So number one lesson, and then we're going to go on to the next tutorial in the next video, is pick a keyword and make sure that that keyword is referenced, and I'll show you exactly how, inside of the title tags, the H1 tag, and the body of each particular post. That way, every piece of content that you create will be distributed with your keywords associated with your brand name. More in the next tutorial.